Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
So sometimes here at the Fresh office, it gets quite busy. You know, the computers are getting used. There's a lot of people running around and heaps is going on. So I went and worked in the producer's booth here next to the studio. So you can see directly into the studio and we can see directly through there. And our beautiful Workday announcer, Tayla, was in here doing her thing, headbanging to drum and bass, giving it heaps as she does.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I heard all this commotion come from the studio.
Right, and this is a soundproof studio.
Yeah.
Too, so that, you know someone's giving it heaps when you hear commotion coming from it.
She's folded over twice. She's absolutely... There's something gone wrong. So I come in to check on her and she says, Davo, I just swallowed a fly. Live on air. Well, not live on air. When I was recording something on air. And I said, well, bloody hell, did you keep the recording?
Yeah.
Because that's my first... I want to hear the choke.
Absolutely.
I want to hear the fly go down the throat.
Don't, dandle around the idea of it. You want to hear the exact moment that she choked on that fly. That's a monumental moment in Tayla's radio career.
Yeah, I didn't ask her how she was, if she was okay. It was, let me hear it. And this is what it was.
Because...
That is quite... Probably one of the more extravagant chokes on a fly I've heard.
Yeah.
There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Because...
So Tayla from Workday is sitting in the producer's booth right now and she looks mortified that we're publicising this right now.
Well, this was the other thing is that we said, you've got to talk about this on air, Tayla. You've got to play that audio out. Well, she spoke about it, but I think the shame got the better of her to play this out.
Because...
So now we played it 3 times, sweetie. Love you.
Hey, we're going to open up the phone lines here. What did you choke on, Adelaide?
Yeah, what did you swallow, Adelaide? Have you had anything...
We are just opening it for the filthy fresh fam to jump on the text line. Bring it on.
No. When I was a kid, I accidentally swallowed a crystal.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
I was throwing it up in the air. I had my mouth open and it went straight down the gullet. I'm not even joking.
So you're just playing with the crystal and it just dropped in the mouth.
Jeez.
Was that a hazardous one? Did you have to get Heimlich maneuver for the crystal?
It was terrifying. No, I swallowed it.
My mum told me this story. I choked on a killer python. I had it dangling out of my mouth, like the
lolly.
The lolly.
Oh, thank God.
It was, it was a venomous snake going for my throat.
Could have been anything.
But yeah, the whole lolly was like dangling out of my mouth.
Oh my gosh!
And,
so she had to pull it out like a clown hanky.
Yeah, pretty much like one of those
keeps going.
non-stopping colourful hankies. Yeah.
Let me say, on brand for Callum to be choking on a killer python. Blake from Torrensville. Blake, what did you choke on?
Hey guys,
G'day.
I found myself the other day choking on a Mentos.
Oh no! How did it go down? Did you have to punch your stomach?
Oh, it didn't go down. No, it didn't go down.
Came
It
back
stayed
up.
in the throat. It's always the mint ones. For some reason, I cannot swallow them. We get a bowl of them at work.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it.
You know they're chewable, mate. You can chew them.
I do chew them, but this one, it came up as a dry heave, and I've actually marked it out on the floor where it's fallen out of my mouth. So I've drawn out
Wait,
Wait,
did this happen at work?
Yeah, it's at work. Yeah, we got a bowl of Mentos at work,
so
and it was out in the warehouse, and yeah.
If you've known all this time you can't swallow mint Mentos, why do you keep going back for more?
Addiction.
They are moreish.
So
They are moreish.
Nah, good on you. Hey, we're going to go to Sarah in Norriupta. Sarah, what did you choke on?
I choked on a big spoonful of Nutella.
see, in my head, Nutella seems like something you could easily swallow, like it's non-chokeable. How did it go down?
It was the middle of the night and I was pigging out and I snuck to the pantry and grabbed a spoon and I was choking. I was smashing on the pantry and my partner come out and got warm water and poured it down the throat, which moved it in one big chunk.
Oh, you must have had the driest mouth for that not to go down, Sarah.
It took about 3 years to go back to Nutella, to be honest.
Hey, thanks for calling up. We're going to go to Matthew in Old Noarlunga. Matthew, what did you choke on?
Oh, sorry, I'm still laughing about that Nutella one. That's
I know, it was a real tragedy, wasn't it?
But I was on a plane and having a bit of a snooze, and a fly went up my nose, and I started gagging, and it was terrible.
Bloody hell.
The guy next to me, he was looking at me going, what the hell's going on? And next minute it came out my mouth.
Oh! So it flew out of the mouth. It was still alive. It just came out the other end.
Yeah, I don't know if it was still alive. It was sort of like all congealed together. It was like, its wings weren't flapping.
Matthew, I can fully relate to that. One day during Fringe time a few years ago, I rode my bike into work, and as I was riding, a fly went up my nose. It's the weirdest sensation. It was buzzing up there.
Yeah.
So I had to pull over and just block a nostril and just start blowing till it came out. Eventually it came out, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's not good. It's not
Matthew,
good at all.
I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah,
On a plane as well.
No, that's okay. I know. Yeah. I've got all these weird looks like, what's going on with this guy?
Thanks for getting involved.
Isn't that so interesting that a fly can get in a plane and be 13,000 feet up in the sky?
And cause havoc.
Yeah.
What do you reckon happens to a fly's ears at that height?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're going to go to Brian. Brian, good morning to you, mate. What did you choke on?
Yeah, I choked on a piece of bacon rind.
So
bacon and eggs in the morning, and the rind didn't want to go down my throat, so Mum had to fish it out.
With a pair of tongs? How'd she fish it out?
Oh, she just grabbed the fingers down the throat and just pulled it out.
Yeah, wow.
Being a mum is a thankless job, man. That sounds horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know who's more traumatised in that experience, you or the mum.
I dare say Mum.
Good on you, Brian. Cheers, mate. We're going to go to Drew over in Parrotfield Gardens. Drew, what did you choke on?
Yeah, morning, guys. When I was younger and silly, me and my friends were just sitting around watching TV, having a smoke, and someone said something that made us laugh, and we happened to be eating pizza, and the crust of it, the triangle section, went sideways down my throat. So I basically inhaled it rather than swallowing it and chewing it, and I was sitting there not being able to breathe, and they thought I was joking until I started running around flapping my arms, and they all decided to try the Hyman manoeuvre on me. So they all had a go at that, and they all had a go at punching me in the back, and they were kind of laughing, but they weren't laughing, and I ended up getting away from them all and having a sip of water, and slowly my breath came back to me, gradually.
So you fixed it yourself, like your mates punching you in the stomach didn't do anything. You just went and had a glass of water.
That's right. I just tried to fix it myself because I think they were just having a bit of fun with me, trying to get some payback. But yeah, that was interesting. A bit of pizza sideways down the throat.
Drew, I got to know, after that, did you go grab another slice of pizza?
No.
Been off Italian food since.
It was eating that Scooby-Doo style, just in full, no chewing, just straight down.
Hey, thanks for getting involved, Drew. Hey, let's wrap it up with Joe in Anglevale. Joe, mate, what did you choke on?
Oh, when I was a lad, the old man was a builder, so I was in his shed eating his bolts and nuts as you do as a kid, and I started choking in that, and they tried to get out, they couldn't get it out, rushed me to the hospital. I was stuck in my gullet and into my guts, and did an ultrasound, and the doctor said there, look, he's just going to have to pass it.
Wow. So
for the next 3 or 4 days, I was literally shitting bullets.
Jeez. So this is Full Metal, like nuts and bolts from the shed.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you mean? What do you mean? I was just eating nuts and bolts as you do. I
was a toddler. My dad was a builder.
Bloody hell, they should got some barbecue shapes for you.
Yeah, there's a better substitute.
You get a bit of iron in my diet.
Good on you, Joe.
Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast.
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Something has recently ticked me off.
Uh-oh.
I'm bloody ticked off.
Simon Mongrel.
Oh, jeez, it's ticked off, Tom. That's right, the robot revolution has come to a screaming halt today with all this AI crap.
Stop yelling at us.
Boomer, please. Will this old man get off his lawn and stop yelling at us?
Now, you two kids, you listen to me right this bloody moment. Yeah, the robots. We talk about them all the time on the air, how they're going to take over eventually. We've started to make peace with them. Well, no more. We've got to in to attack now because they think they're so good, right? Wrong. These robots.
Man's got a massive stick against a chalkboard right now, slapping it away.
No, they were let down all by one of their founding fathers just recently, and that's Apple's AI assistant Siri.
What's she done now?
Siri has been mispronouncing the names of many A-list superstars, and it all started with one brave person coming out and talking about it, and that person is
Barbra Streisand.
Yes, yeah. Barbra Streisand has come out and called out Siri. She even went straight to the top of the food chain, ringing Apple's CEO Tim Cook, right, and said, "Hey, look, Siri has been calling me the wrong name."
Okay.
And he said, "How do you mean?" And she goes, "Well, it's been mispronouncing it, and they're saying Barbra Streisand, right, instead of sand, because it's spelt like sand, like Barbra Streisand."
I can't hear any
say
difference.
That 3 times. It's a S, not a Z.
Oh, Z.
Okay.
Yeah, Barbra
Sand.
Streisand,
Zand.
not Zand.
Right.
Wait, which one's right?
Sand is right.
With the S.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
with the S.
Barbra Streisand.
Barbra
Streisand. Imagine taking that to Apple. I mean, no wonder she hasn't come out with new music. What are you doing? Spending your days contacting Tim Cook or whatever.
That is Broadway privilege right there.
I mean, she started a movement with a lot of other A-list celebrities now coming out and saying a lot of people have been saying our names wrong, and it's time to get on the front foot, and they've all come out with the proper pronunciations.
Yeah, so is Tom ticked off because you're defending Barbra Streisand? And
yeah. Thank you for using the S.
You're a massive Streisand fan, and you want to back her up.
Listen, Meet the Fockers, great film.
But also, Tom is such a pronunciation person that is right on it. And so this would be really grinding your gears to hear that someone is pronouncing something wrong.
Yes, but to be honest, I've gone through this list of celebrities I have now, and I'm even more annoyed now by the way they want you to pronounce their name.
You're a man for the celebrities.
Oh, okay, wow.
So Adele, right? She would rather people call her Adele.
No way.
No, they
yeah.
No, that sounds. Sounds like bullshit.
No, yeah, that's what she wants.
Excuse me, I'd like to be called a Dale. No.
Dale, yeah, Dale, like the name Dale.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal. It's not Gyllenhaal, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
No way. This is stupid. This isn't right.
Listen.
Why has he come out of the woodworks after 20 years? Sorry, it's not Gyllenhaal, it's Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, you've been doing it wrong.
Ariana Grande. Okay. Martin Scorsese.
Oh, can we try and guess what it is?
I think it would be. I feel like Scorsese must be a Scorsese.
Yeah. Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
Timothy Chalamet. Now, this is a big one.
Shalamali.
No, the Chalamet part is right, but it's Timothée.
No, that's wank.
Get out of it.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
10 seasons, 236 episodes. That's a lot of Friends, the TV show.
It certainly is.
Yeah. I mean, very long-running show. I mean, it was quite huge. Obviously, it's come back in the limelight a bit, unfortunately, with Matthew Perry's passing away. But there's been a big article that's come out to discuss how many claps are actually in the theme song, because it's caused a huge debate about how many it actually is.
Yeah, okay. I mean, when I think about it in my head, I think 5 or 6, right?
Well, everyone has it.
Right.
Everyone has it in their head how many claps it is, and over so many episodes, you think everyone will be able to get it right. Like the theme song is so in tune in your brain, even if you don't watch the show that much, it's just there.
Well, yeah, I was going to say I'm not a massive fan of the show, but I reckon with the sound I could do the amount of claps. I reckon I could get it right.
Yeah.
You reckon you can spit it?
Yeah. We've
Should we give it a
got
go?
a little bit of audio here. We've cut the clap out.
All right, well, you give it a crack. The clap has been taken out. It's just.
Do you know
pure
how
music.
many there? How many?
I know
Okay.
exactly how many claps
Okay.
are in the Friends theme song. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Love life's the only way.
I had to count it out in my head.
You know how I like drummers?
Yeah.
That's not you.
Rhythm's a bit off.
Yeah, I had to do it slow enough to count because I couldn't count quick enough.
All right, I'll give it a crack.
All right, here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's
Okay.
a joke,
Okay.
So you both did 5.
Yeah.
Was it?
Did we?
I don't know.
Around 5. I think
I
you
don't-
guys did like 5 or 6.
I think Tom did too. Like,
Tom's was very slow, but yeah, Davey, you had the rapid fire.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm better
you
if
know,
I sing myself in. That's all.
don't you dare.
I need a harmonica. Really get the tune.
Don't you dare.
Hey, we're going to open up the phone lines here and see if you can get the right amount of claps for the Friends theme song.
I mean, it's a little bit deceiving. Even if you are a massive Friends fan, it is a little bit tricky to try and get the amount of claps.
Yeah.
It's something you hear so often. It's a little bit surprising.
We're going to go to Katie in Modbury. Katie, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Yeah,
Good.
Now, are you a bit of a Friends fanatic?
Yeah, like I love watching Friends, and it's such a shame about Matthew Perry. It's really sad.
If you were a Friends character, who would you have been?
I feel like I'd be Monica.
Okay.
Good one.
Well, we're going to play out the theme song with the gap in there, and in that gap is your time to shine. See how many claps will you do, and we'll tell you if it's right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Here it is.
no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke.
Oh, there's a bit of drag to it. I think maybe was that 3?
I got 3 there.
I think 3 got in.
Was it 3 claps,
Yeah,
Katie?
3.5.
3.5.
Last one was a fairy clap.
Yeah.
Callum, 3.5 claps. Is that correct?
It's incorrect.
Ooh. Unlucky. Sorry, Katie, but not 3.5 claps in the Friends theme song. We're going to move on to Matt in Hallett Cove. Matt, good morning to you. Now, are you a Friends fanatic?
I am, and it's been inherited into the kids now. They're watching it whenever they can.
Now, Matt, if you were a Friends character, who would you be?
Oh, definitely Chandler.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Well, we're going to play out the theme song. Are you ready to clap?
I am ready to go.
Here it is.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke.
It was a bit quicker. It had a bit more rhythm.
It had
to
rhythm. It had
but
rhythm and rhyme.
I feel
Was
like
that
was
6 claps?
Do you reckon that was 6?
Yeah, it sounded like 6 to me.
Well, I did text in 5, but maybe it was 6 when I clapped them out.
Yeah, you get swept up in it. As soon as the music plays, you get a bit swept up in the tune. I'll tell you that 6 or 5 is incorrect.
All right. Sorry, Matt. We're going to go to Hayley and Seaton now. Hayley, do you think you know how many claps it is?
Yep, I reckon I know. And I love Friends.
And you know what? I'm going to ask everyone this. Which character are you?
Rachel.
Oh, yeah,
All
hot
right.
as hell.
All right, Hayley. Here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke.
Oh, we might have to redo that one. I missed it with the cutoff.
Not play that again.
Oh, it's because you
Oh
were...
my God,
Tom was dancing behind the desk there.
Had nothing to do with my
He
dancing.
himself got a bit swept up in the tune and he forgot to count.
How
you.
many did you do, Hayley?
4.
4.
Ooh.
Callum?
I'll tell you what. 4 is correct. There are 4 claps in Friends.
Hayley, congratulations. You are the biggest Fresh fan who's the Friends fanatic. Jeez, a lot of Fs.
Yeah, that's right.
Fresh
Hey,
fanatic.
you know what? Fun fact as well. I just read that the song is by the Rembrandts, and one of the band members actually came out and said that because Courtney Cox went on Jimmy Kimmel and did 5 claps, and he was like, "No, it's 4," and he thought it was a disgrace.
Put down the mic. What's in the podcast? What's in the podcast?
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
I was browsing through the Daily Mail this morning and a headline caught my eye. It said, the Project star Sarah Harris issues apology to Channel 10 over X-rated searches on her work phone.
Who's got a hold of the work phone?
Well, this is just it. So Sarah Harris, the dirty dog, she's up on the Project yesterday, and they were talking about this story that came out of northern Queensland, and it was these helicopters that were low flying over a crocodile farm, and it was whisking these 3,000 crocodiles into an orgy and a frenzy of absolute torrid sessions because it was confusing them into thinking it was mating season, basically.
Damn, they were doing the crocodile rock.
Yeah. So then they... Elton John, busiest bum in the business. But... yeah, so they were talking about that.
What did you just say about Elton John? Sir Elton John?
Wait, Elton John was there with the crocodiles getting it on? Oh, what? I knew he swung around animals.
So they were obviously talking about this crocodile crazy mating frenzy that was going on.
Yeah.
And Sarah Harris had this to say.
Because I've made some very unsavoury searches on my work mobile phone this afternoon.
Nice cover, Sarah.
And look, boys, I don't think you're going to like this very much, but we're live on radio, so you got to do it. Hand over your phones. I want to see your search history.
Yeah, right. Okay, I didn't see this coming when we were talking about the project.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
this
left field.
this is swung a way I did not read. I was not prepared. Here it is.
All right, Callum, give me your phone. All right.
Throw it at her.
He's not angry. He's so angry. Oh my God.
Done a chart.
Oh my God. All right, so Callum's been searching what to do when you run out of swipes on Tinder.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Shame.
What do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, what do you do?
I haven't read the full article.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fabrication.
He's
right
so
there.
angry at me. All right, and Tom, give me your phone.
Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's revolting. I'm getting a glimpse over here of that.
Okay. All right, here's one.
I thought Elton John was bad.
How many are you going to read out?
Just the one, mate. Just the one that's not going to get us cancelled. And what you've been searching is big titty babysitter.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Look, guys, something's been weighing on me for a few days here, and I've been feeling pretty damn bad about it. And so I thought I'd air my sins here on air, and we've got a special guest on the phone.
Do we?
Yes.
Right. Oh, very special guest. It's Irene, Davo's mum.
Hey.
Irene, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very
Yeah,
good,
good.
Mum. Now, I have a confession to make. Do you know what this could be? I'm scared.
Yeah.
You do know what this could be?
Is it the crystal?
No, it's nothing to do with the crystal that I swallowed as a kid. We spoke about that earlier today. No, look, Mum, the other day, okay, and I'm so sorry about this in advance. The other morning, I was getting ready for work, and I was running late as per usual. And when I got up and I was getting ready, everything was fine. Like nothing was wrong in the house. Like everything was all good. But as I went to leave, I realised that our beautiful dog Ruby had done a giant shit in our laundry. And I was running quite late. So instead of being a good human being and sorting that out, I sort of just left and hoped that you didn't. And I could have messaged you and said, hey, look out for it. I could have done anything, but I didn't.
What a monster.
Shame. Shame.
So, well.
Well,
Shame.
Irene, did you have to clean this mess up? Was it you had to? I mean, Davo obviously didn't. So did you have to go? You saw it there lying on the floor. You would have had to attend to it.
Yes, I ended up having to bring the mat outside and washing it
Oh, no.
and hanging it up.
Quite laborious, actually.
And, mate?
It's quite laborious.
Quite laborious. You're putting in a lot of effort to clean it up. That is something Davo didn't do.
No, that's right. And there was shit everywhere.
It's an absolute mess.
But I think what would have been worse is you didn't step in it or anything this time.
This time? This has happened more than once.
No, that was lucky.
Yeah,
That
what
was
happened
lucky.
last time, Mum?
What do you mean?
When
I
you stepped
stood
in it.
Oh,
shit.
Why are you
That's all I
bringing,
can
bringing up bad memories and stepping in dog crap? I think third time's the charm. I don't know what's going to happen the third time. You don't clean it up, Davo. Maybe a slip over.
Next time, what I'll do, I'll pick it up and put it in her bedroom.
Hey, that's not bad. Feel like the Godfather, like horse head in the bed, but dog crap.
Nah, good call, Irene.
Under a pillow.
Under my pillow. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Mum. Anyway, I'm really sorry that I left you to clean up Ruby's mess.
That's okay. Did you leave the back door open, or was it shut?
We'll talk about this at home.
Sometimes me think, what is friend? Then me say, friend is someone to listen to Davo, Tom and Callum podcast. Cookie, nom 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 nom.
It's time to face your fears. 12 irrational phobias, but only one can be the scariest. Tournament of Terror on Fresh 92.7.
Ooh, it's our Tournament of Terror. We are on the search for Adelaide's biggest fear. We've gone all last week. We're going all this week. Tomorrow will be the big finale to find out what the biggest fear is, and then you have to tune in Monday to find out who the winner truly was.
Geez, we've had some heavy hitters so far, but today's, I think, is quite... I think they're both really scary, to be honest.
And I'd say they're both on the kind of equal level of, they're kind of similar. They're not, an animal versus
not
an
at all, but...
experience. No, but it's not like clowns versus the ocean or anything we've had in the past. It is public speaking versus heights. What is scarier?
Remember, you can head to our Instagram at Fresh927 where you can vote on the official poll to have your say, what you think is scarier, public speaking or heights. We've opened up the text line as well on 0428 927 927 to hear your say right now. But hey, guys, we do have a couple people on the line right now. We've got Ash from Freeling. Ash, mate, good morning. What do you find scarier out of public speaking or heights?
Well, they're both terrifying, but I definitely have to say, if I had to choose, that heights is definitely worse than public speaking.
Okay.
What about heights scares you?
Well, I didn't even really know that I was frightened of heights, but I went to Singapore and you've got the opportunity to go to the top of the Marina Bay Sands, which is, I don't know how many stories it is, but it's ridiculously tall. And when I got up there, my legs turned to jelly, and I found out something new about myself. Didn't really enjoy the experience. Great view, but couldn't wait to get down.
Yeah, okay.
When you were enjoying the view, were you sort of curdled over? Was your back hunched, like holding onto the rails, or...?
I was trying to hide it. I was honeymoon with my wife, so I'm trying to act tough. I'm not scared, but yeah, I definitely had some crippling legs, and I'm like, okay, it's busy up here. I've had enough. Let's go. You try to subtly sneak out because, it was not for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay, so Ash, if I said to you, you have to speak in front of 10,000 people or go back to the top of the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, what are you going to do?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I think reluctantly I'd probably go back up to the Marina Bay Sands, but if it was 100 people compared to 10,000, then yeah, definitely give me the 100 people.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, some good points there. Thanks for getting involved, Ash. We have Ellie from Virginia on the other side of the fence. Ellie, you don't like public speaking.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is there a horror story behind it, or what's going on?
Not really, but just growing up in school, it was horrible. Just shaking, sweaty hands, scared you're going to forget your words, just being super nervous and everyone staring at you. It's awkward.
Yeah, it's a real high-pressure situation, especially when you're reading in front of a crowd as well. I think that is...
the worst.
Honestly, you forget how to do the most simple tasks.
Yeah.
What do you do with your hands when you talk? What do you do when you actually read a word?
So,
Yeah,
Ellie,
exactly.
when was the last time you did a public speaking?
Just very recently at my grandmother's funeral, I read out the eulogy.
Did it
'cause
go
I'm named
right?
after her. Well, I lost my words because I was trying to do the whole looking at everyone and looking down at the paper, and lost my words for a minute there, and I was shaking. But I got there in the end.
Ellie,
But yeah, it's very awkward. There's 500 to 600 people there.
Oh, I'm sure you did an
Oh,
amazing
that's a lot.
job anyway, of course. But yes, very scary stuff.
Hey, thanks so much for getting involved, Elliot. It's good to hear your side of things. There you go, Adelaide. Public speaking or heights?
I mean, both are, fairly good points for either or. I personally hate heights. I really don't like it. But if you want to vote on the Fresh 92.7 Instagram, it's right there for you.
I've been waiting for, in the tournament, for one of them to come up with your life being one of the greatest fears. Do you know what I mean?
Money worries.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
There's a new TV show called Truly's Love, Don't Judge, and pretty much it explores different relationships people are having and the complexities of it and the stresses and everything. But it's hit the media storm. Everyone's very excited and chatting about this one couple because they revealed that on their wedding day, the groomsman openly slept with one of the bridesmaids.
Yeah.
But it's an open relationship. It was acceptable. So pretty much he asked, he was like, hey, is it cool if I sleep with her? And then went for it at the wedding, at the reception, and the wife was chill with it. And they've been good ever since. They're still together.
Let's wind it back. Let's think about how that conversation went with the groom talking to the bride.
Yeah, he's pulled
cake.
her into the honeymoon suite, dim the lights, put some music on.
And he said, oi, you know your best mate, Katie? She's looking pretty good today.
Yeah. You picked quite the ensemble of bridesmaids, must I say. They're all pretty hot.
And I'm feeling like Lou Bega tonight. And I think I want a little bit of Monica, Katie, and old mate. Sunshine, whatever her name is.
Right. I mean, people that can do open relationships, right? Power to you. Sounds like if you can do it and like be healthy and happy, amazing. You've hit the jackpot, right? But there's something that feels a little iffy about on your wedding day.
Yeah.
With the bridesmaid.
Out of any day to do an open relationship, right? It does just seem a bit off, the whole wedding thing. And even the family of Katie, so Katie is the bride, her family came out and said they were disgusted.
Mum's not going to love it, is she?
And they concluded that Dan, the groomsman, was the driving force behind it. So they reckon the family suspect that it's more of Dan's input than the bride.
This makes so much more sense. The dirty groomsman with the groom has gone, oi, just give it a crack.
Yeah. What about monogamy?
Dan's come out as well and said, jealousy is kind of a part of the open relationship. It just makes it more exciting. So he gets off on the jealousy and the thrill of it to the point of doing it at the wedding.
I would Fisher style lose it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you reckon either of you guys could do open relationships?
No way.
No way.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free. And you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.